Hey guys, this video is just to go over and show you guys your new ELA playlist. So this is going to be a playlist that you guys are given to try to help catch you up on some of the weeks that you haven't gotten to yet. So that's why it's called 9 through 12. And then there's two groups, Group A and Group B, based on if you guys are in Group A when you come to school or Group B when you come to school, because the dates and when you can do things, because some of them involve being with the teacher, are a little bit different. So I'll kind of go through and show you guys the differences as well. So it's going over playlist 9 through 12, and it allows you to navigate through everything that you would need to do within those weeks, but without all of the extra. And so what I really need from you guys, like that really need this, is that when you're at home and it says that you need to be working on something, I need you guys to be able to work on that. And when you're at home, actually, I'm going to expect that you guys Google Meet with me just so that I know that you know what you're supposed to be doing for that day. Because I really think that you guys want to do well and want to get caught up. And so if you're not keeping up with this schedule, then you aren't going to get caught up and you're going to fall even further behind. So just remember that when you're at home, you need to be working on what I have asked you guys to work on for that day. Okay, so I'm going to start with Group A's and then kind of show you how they differ, but it should be pretty similar. They're almost exactly the same. The dates are just moved around. So all of you guys, whether you're in Group A or Group B, I want you guys to be finished around January 29th, which if you follow this, you will be finished by January 29th, which is right on track for where you should be, okay? Your learning targets would be the morpheme sets that we've started working on, because you guys started them on week 8, so that you can use the morphemes to understand vocabulary. So you're going to actually be tested on those and take the same knowledge checks you normally would have. You can read and highlight important information, which you are going to be asked to do in the mystery logs. And I'm actually going to go through that stuff with you guys in class, so hopefully it'll become kind of easy for you guys to do it because we're going to do it together. And then the other thing that's really important is that you can formulate an opinion based on evidence. And so those are your learning targets for the next couple of weeks while you're working on this playlist. So starting with next Monday, or next Tuesday, January 19th, if you are at home, so Group A will be at home, Group B will be here. If you're at home, you're going to be studying these sets of morphemes, and it's linked right here. So you're going to actually go in and study them. And then when you come back to school, you are going to be tested on it. So that's what you're going to be doing. Group B, you will be in school, and so you won't be doing that until Wednesday when you're at home, because studying is very much an independent practice. So that's something that you guys need to do on your own. And I want to stress this for everybody. When you're studying these morpheme sets, you can study them as many times as you would like as possible. I would like you to be at 100% or very close to 100% at the end of your study session, which you'll see what I mean when you pull it up. If you get to 100% on the study session, then there's very little chance that you will actually not do well on the knowledge check. So just literally study for like the whole time if you need to. If set 2, you can't like memorize it as quickly, or you don't understand as many morphemes as you did on other sets, then take 45 minutes, take an hour, because it's not going to hurt you to study it for longer. The other thing with that too, I know a lot of you guys, because you were in class on Wednesday, Group A was in class on Wednesday, so if you weren't going to be here on Monday, I tried to get you guys to do this before Monday, but if you need to, these notebook pages that are linked here actually go through and give you the answers So what you need to do is add that notebook into your ELA notebook so you just have that from now on. And so when you go to study or go to do the review, you have that in front of you so you can, instead of looking up the answers all the time, you'll just have that. So if you haven't put that in your ELA notebook, do that. Okay, so going off of group, let's do group A. So then on the day that you are in class, so like group B will be in class with me on Tuesday, you're actually going to meet with me and we're going to go through the mystery logs together. And we're going to maybe even go over some just to make sure that you guys are doing them correctly and so that we can just really have good discussion about it. And then it kind of just goes on from there. So then, because you won't be here, you'll be studying this sets of morphemes. On Thursday, you will review them real quick with me, or show me that you've reviewed them, and then you'll take the performance assessment for them. So then you kind of like knocked out in just those 2 days 2 playlists if you're doing this correctly. And then I am going to say that this Friday, everybody, no matter what group you're in, A or B, it's your iReady day. So you need to get your 30 minutes. You might as well do it on Friday altogether. Okay. So then the next week, Monday or Tuesday is going to be your iReady day, depending on if you're in group A or group B. So whatever day you're at home, you need to complete your iReady lesson or get your 30 minutes of time on task. This is something super easy that you guys can do without me. And so it's not going to make me happy, and it's probably not going to make you guys happy if you don't do it when you're not here, because then you're just even further behind on something that you could have easily gotten done. Okay. Then the next day, or the day that you are with me in class, we'll be working on the mystery logs again if needed. So I'm foreseeing that we won't need to work on them that long. And then you guys had a knowledge check on week 12 that is the prove your case race paragraph, and that's on no red ink. And that's something that we're going to do primarily in class. We're going to review what you would need to know to be able to write this race paragraph, and then you're actually going to write it in class, and you should have enough time. But I should stress, when I put together this timeline, if you guys are present and you're working in class, this will work. But if you are goofing around, not focused, not getting your stuff done, just not listening to me, then you will fall behind. Because finishing up the mystery logs and writing a whole paragraph in 45 minutes, it definitely can be done, but you also have to be focused and be present in class, which I know a lot of you guys already are. But I'm just stressing that in order for this timeline to work, that you need to be able to give me your 100%. Okay. The next thing that you will do when you're at home, not with the teacher, would be to study Morphemes set 4 and set 5. And so you can study those on your own, and they're linked there. The terms are in those notebook pages. Those morphemes are in those notebook pages. So again, you're going to want to make sure that's added into your ELA notebook so that you can access that and look back. And then Thursday, you'll review real quick with me or show me that you've reviewed, and then you're going to take their performance assessments for 4 and 5. And just like that, you guys have blown through 4 playlists. Okay. January 29th is a catch-up day, and I basically made it a catch-up day because I'm sure there will be a few of you that need a little bit more time on something, or maybe you're not here or absent one of those days. This will be the day that I try to catch you up on whatever you missed. So, just so you know, that's that. The only other thing on this playlist would be the performance assessments, and they're right here. Just the knowledge checks are right here. And then the other knowledge check, but I just included it in the playlist, would be to write the prove your case. And it's found on no reading, so I don't need to link that. So just so you know, this is your new and improved playlist that is going to be everything that everybody else is doing, but just in hyper speed and very structured. So hopefully you guys are willing to put in some work to get caught up. because I'm willing to also put in just as much work to try to get you caught up. Okay. Let me know if you guys have any questions.